welcome back to Break It Down. So I know it's a day late, but I saw Spider-Man No Way Home yesterday, and it was amazing. It really was. So I'm gonna do a quick spoiler-free review because while it has been out for almost a week now, there's some people that might not have seen it. For instance, I just saw it yesterday, so yeah. I don't know why I said that. But, yeah, I'm not going to edit this or anything, so if I make a mistake, I'll just correct myself, or hopefully I correct myself, hopefully I catch it. And, if I mess up and I don't catch it, comment down below. I don't care. Anyway, so, yeah, this was epic. The non-spoiler review, it was a great ending to the trilogy, and a really sad one, too. Like, it was just, the returning villains were amazing. Some, maybe a little bit more than others. I think, Sandman and Lizard had a little bit less to do, They had a little bit less in their whole, plot, but that's also, I'm okay with that. They also were in very little interviews because they were the only ones that appeared in voiceover only. And when they did appear physically, it was, what would it be? It was, dadgummit. What is it? Anyway, you guys know it was footage from past Spider-Man movies. Anyway, so, yeah. However, Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina, and Willem Dafoe did appear in it. So, there's that. And they were really good, especially Willem Dafoe. It is clear that he's the main villain. It was clear, and they were just really good. So, yeah. The returning villains were great. Happy Hogan was great. Aunt May was great. Flash, great. Ned, great. MJ, great. All of them, great. Peter, great. Everyone's just great. And now that we've hit the 3-minute mark of the video, I'm going to now switch over to spoiler because I don't really have much else to say that isn't spoilery. So, if you hadn't seen that, then go ahead, back over, because we now have the spoiler review. So, if you have not seen it, click off the video unless you haven't seen it, but you want to be spoiled. If so, what are you doing? You gotta go see it, because, I don't want to be responsible for spoiling something that you probably it would have been even cooler to see in the theater. So, or at home, that's also, if you're not able to see it in the theater, that's okay. Anyway, so yeah, spoiler review starting now. It was, oh my gosh, the more you think about that ending where Peter basically just erases himself from existence, it's, the more you think about it, it gets sadder the more times you think about it. Because, a lot of the time today, I just think, like, all those fun times he had with Ned and Happy and MJ in the first 2 Spider-Man movies and in the Avengers movies, and even with the Avengers, now none of them know that he's Spider-Man. Like, it's truly just sad. And that scene, especially that ending scene with Happy, was honestly even more sad than the MJ and Ned scene, for me at least. Because, like, they're at Aunt May's grave, which I'll talk about as well. It's that the fact that Happy now has, like, nobody. He lost his friend Tony. He lost his friend May, possibly more. I don't know. They started talking about something that they might have done at the beginning of the movie. And then also, now he doesn't even know that Peter is his friend or was his friend, which is so sad. Like, you know, he might have Rhodey, but that's it. Like, he has nobody. He has nobody that he has a real connection to. Now, to be fair, he does have Pepper, but without Robert Downey Jr., I doubt they're going to bring back Pepper Potts anymore. I don't think the actress is going to come back. I don't think Gwyneth Paltrow is coming back in the MCU anymore. Anyway. But, I don't know. And then, since I had talked about that, Aunt May's death, like, it's really an emotional roller coaster there, because you're like, you know, you think at first, you're like, oh, she got hit with that. But then she gets up and she's fine, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna survive and all that. But then suddenly, they just, like, she's just dead. And that was shocking. I enjoyed it. I thought that was really good, and so I enjoyed that. I'm not enjoying the fact that Aunt May died. That was really sad, but I thought it was really cool in a way of, like, I don't know. But, like, it was just really, I think, a good way to make this, to set up that ending. I thought Peter's arc in this film was just amazing. And then we have let's talk about the several cameos in this movie, because there's so many. Alright, first of all, first appearance of the movie, Charlie Cox, freaking Matt Murdock, Daredevil, suddenly appears at the beginning. And I love how, like, casual it is. Like, how he's just suddenly like, oh yeah, you know, Daredevil's here, you know, whatever. Like, you know, with, you know, Toby and Andrew and all the villains, it was like this big thing that they suddenly appeared, and then Matt Murdock, he's just like, yeah, I've just been here this whole time, you know, I've just been chilling, you know. And also, when he caught that brick in midair, that was pretty cool. But then we have also Spider-Man, multiple Spider-Man, if you don't already know, but if you're seeing this spoiler review, you probably do know. Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire appear. Like, nobody's gonna believe Andrew Garfield in an interview ever again. That's just for sure. But yeah, they just appear. I thought their moments, they were probably one of the funniest characters, like, ever in this movie. The fact that, like, you know, Peter, like, Tobey Maguire shows off his organic webs, and everybody's all weirded out by that. Then they start talking about Venom and Rhino and Thanos, and Tobey Maguire points out his back issues. And then the hilarious scene with Ned's mom or grandma, I'm not sure, tells him to grab the cobweb off. And then when they all stood up, when Ned said Peter and Peter Parker, and then when Toby was like, yeah, I lost my best friend in my arms, and after he tried to kill me, and that makes Ned which is funny, because in the comics, Ned becomes Hobgoblin, which is pretty hilarious. Anyway, after that, and then also a bunch of other stuff, like they talk about Gwen Stacy and Uncle Ben. They have nice moments where they team up. The team up between the three Spider-Men is awesome. But also, I think probably the highlight, I think Andrew Garfield might have been even better than Tobey Maguire in this. Might be a controversial choice, just saying. I think he was over the top amazing, and how he kind of got that redemption from him unable to save Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. He saves MJ. He saves Michelle, which is amazing. I think that was amazing. And also the fact that Tobey called Andrew amazing, which was awesome. Anyway, so yeah, that was amazing. And that's not even all the cameos in this. Also, just, casually, Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, Venom, from the Venom movies, in the post-credits scene, like, what? So yeah, I mean, if you had seen my Sinister Six video in No Way Home, that didn't come to fruition, but it partially did. I'm gonna say I was partially right, because yes, Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock did appear in this film. No, he was not the sixth villain. No, there was not a Sinister Six. There was only 5 villains. But that's okay. You know what? 5 villains. If there was 6, it might have been even crazier. Do we want Sinister Six? Definitely. But, that's okay. I'm okay with that. What would have been even cooler is if Michael Keaton showed up as Agent Toomes Vulture. That would have been cool. Anyway, that might have made it even worse. I don't know. Or at least, it might have made the villains even more than that. I'm not saying that it would make the movie worse, because his performance as Vulture was amazing. I rewatched Spider-Man No Way Home a while ago, and he was really threatening and a really good villain. Anyway, this is not a Spider-Man Homecoming review. Anyway, but yeah, I thought the movie was really good. Yeah, it was just a great, a great send-off to this trilogy. And there's going to be another one. There's going to be Spider-Man 4, which is really cool. The rent thing at the end, when his new landlord mentions the rent, that was hilarious. That was a nod to the gimme rent meme. Also, I'm something of a scientist myself, that's funny. Yeah. I thought they were all really good. I thought everybody in the movie was really good. They were really good at balancing how everybody was a scene stealer in their own way. Maybe Wong, maybe not, because he was only in one scene. But that's okay. He served his purpose as kind of like a warning to Doctor Strange. Anyway, I think everybody was really good. I think this is one of the very few movies where everyone is amazing, and really nobody didn't do amazing in any amount of screen time that they had. It was all just really good. And of course, with Charlie Cox, this also means that the Netflix shows are canon after also seeing Kingpin in Hawkeye, which is another thing. Yeah, which we'll talk about in another video. But yeah, that's all for my spoiler-slash-spoiler-free review. This movie was amazing. I've said amazing a lot, because it is. But, yeah, it was just so good. I'm excited, but also saddened, and I don't know what they're going to do with Spider-Man 4. Will they introduce Harry Osborn? I don't know. Will they introduce Oscorp? Will they just get rid of Ned and MJ completely? Will they appear in Ironheart since they're going into MIT? Who knows? Will Happy Hogan appear in Ironheart? I certainly hope so, because he needs somebody else. He needs somebody in his life. Heck, he could bring in his relationship and his friendship with Rhodey, you know? Bring him into Armor Wars, please. That guy needs something in his life. That guy needs a friend. Please, somebody give Happy a friend right now, because, you know, he needs it, man. Poor guy is not happy anymore. He's unhappy, Hogan. I'll just say that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this spoiler/spoiler-free review. It's a day late, so we're gonna be pushing tomorrow. I will post a Hawkeye season/series review. Hopefully it's a season, because I think that show definitely should get renewed for a second season, which I'll talk about in that review. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. Spider-Man No Way Home was great. Comment down below what you thought, and if I messed up and didn't correct myself, then, you know, go ahead and comment that down below. Anyway, so yeah. Alright. Please like and subscribe, and tomorrow you'll see the Hawkeye video. Bye.